Well, my name is Sandy, and thank you so much for coming to do Tai Chi with me today. I hope you enjoy it. Today we're going to learn a practice called the 8 Brocades. But before we begin, I'd just like to tell you a few little things that I think will help you enjoy it more. One is the way in which Tai Chi is a little bit different from exercises you may be used to, which focus on repetitions and speed. In Tai Chi, we're focusing on what's called internal energy, and I will call that Qi, but it is simply a word for your life energy. So in Tai Chi, we're just trying to feel our life energy, make it flow, and be healthy. The second thing I want to mention is that the 8 Brocades is a medical Qigong practice. Tai Chi has many different forms, but the medical Qigong is kind of like moving medication. In fact, some people say it's like acupuncture without the needles, because basically acupuncture as we know it today came from the ancient practice of Tai Chi. So and then the final thing I want to tell you before we start is just to give you a little story about 8 Brocades and how it began. This is a legend because it's a very old practice. But the legend is that there was a very powerful and popular general. And the general wanted his soldiers to be the best. And so he taught them the 8 Brocades. And amazingly, they were the best. And so pretty soon, all the other generals wanted their soldiers to be learning them. And then the village people, and then the whole country. So that's the origin of the practice that we're going to do. So let's get ready to begin. So just one thing you might want to be aware of is how you're standing. And just notice that my feet are not close together, but I'm putting them underneath my shoulders, and that gives me a very grounded, comfortable stance. So we're going to begin with movement number 1. Movement number 1 benefits the acupuncture meridian called the triple warmer. The triple warmer is very comparable to what we think of as our sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. It is the meridian that reacts to stress. When it's all clogged up, we feel like fight or flight, and when it's peaceful and stretched out and relaxed, then we feel good. So let's begin. You're going to put your hands over the top of your head and palms down. Hold your hands over the crown of your head. We're just going to stretch up and come back down. Now turn your palms facing upwards. Same thing. Stretch and come down. And just follow me. Now we're going to bring the hands down, and we're going to clear a little space for the next movement. The next movement is for your spleen and your stomach. And in Chinese medicine, these have not only to do with digestion, but they have to do with groundedness and power and strength. And so what we're doing in this movement is activating our spleen and stomach meridians. So put one hand as though you were bouncing a ball against the ground, and then the opposite hand, and let the fingers point upwards. So one hand is pointing down, the other one is going up. We're going to balance our energies. So one down, one up, and then change. And again, hand up, one hand down, and change. Follow me. Okay, so we're going to clear the space for the next movement. The organs we're going to be working with now are the lungs, the liver, and heart. This movement is called Draw the Bow. So you're going to bring our hands up to your heart, the backs of your hands together, form some loose fists. So we're going to get ready to shoot the arrow. So take a nice breath in and shoot. Come back to the center. Load up again. Shoot. And just follow me. And now we're going to clear the space for the next movement. So movement number 4 is for our spine, our neck, our back, our head. And I love the name of this one too. It's called The Owl Looks Back. So we begin the movement with our palms facing towards our sides, just in a relaxed stance, just a normal stance. As I turn my head, my palms open. I come back to the center. And then as I turn the other direction, my palms also open. So just follow me. And now we're going to clear the space for our next movement, number 5. So our movement number 5 is for the heart. And you know, not just in our culture, but in many cultures, we associate the heart with fire. We get fired up, and our heart gets excited, and we feel passionate about things. And thanks to that, things happen in the world. We go out in the world and we do things coming from our heart. But one of the problems is that we can get over much fire. And for example, the California wildfires, they're actually dangerous. So when that happens in your body and you start feeling too much fire in your heart, it's not really good for your health. So this movement is very sweet. We're taking our heart and we're bringing it down to the earth. The earth is grounding, the earth is cool, the earth is calming. So as you do this movement with me, think of taking your heart and bringing it down to rest on the calm of the earth. So we begin. I face my left knee, and I bring my heart down towards my knee, down, across to the other knee, and then come back up. Now I face the other knee. Bring my heart down to that knee. Let it rest on the earth and come back up. Now follow me. Great. So let's clear the space for the next move. Another really, really important organ in your body is your kidneys. So let's just massage our kidneys right now. Just find your kidneys back there. We're going to help the chi, the life energy, move in them. So the kidneys are often associated with energy in Chinese medicine. For example, when we're young, we have lots and lots of energy, and then when we get older, we have less energy, and the water in our body decreases. And so one of the things that we're doing to decrease the symptoms of aging is to actually stimulate the flow of the kidney meridian. So we're going to do that by tracing the meridians. The kidney and the bladder meridians are partners. So we'll just begin. We massage the kidneys, and then we trace down the backs of our legs, down to your feet, then come up the insides of your legs. And when we get to the very top, this is the end of the kidney meridian. Find your collarbones, and there's a little sinking in place, and that is the top of your kidney meridian. And just tapping on it can give you more energy. So let's do that again. So massage your kidneys, bring the energy down the bladder meridians, under the foot, up the kidney meridian, and tap. And we'll do this one more time. So I hope you're feeling a little more energized as you finish this practice. Now we're going to clear the space for the seventh movement. The seventh movement focuses on the liver. And in Chinese medicine, the liver is all about moving forward, getting things done, getting unstuck. And so the practice for the liver very much mirrors this image. So we're going to begin by letting your hands form into loose fists here at your side. And as you're standing here with your feet loose fists, I'd like for you to gaze in front of you and just find a point for your eyes to rest on. And when I say rest on, because I'm not talking about a narrow focused vision on a point. I'm talking about soft eyes where you see the point but also what's around it. So the practice is sending energy to that point. So we to connect with that point, come back, and the other, we're sending the energy to that point, come back, and just follow me. And we clear the space for our last movement. The last movement is my favorite one. It's called settling down. And probably if you think back into your childhood at some point in time, your mom or your dad or maybe your teacher noticed that you were running around frantically and they said, settle down. So that's the nature of this movement. So we begin by bending forward from the hips and opening the back. So just feel your back open. And then bring your hips forward, but keep your chin down. We open the front. Then you come back into the center. And this is the really good part. You will hop, and everything lets go. So we'll do that a couple more times. Just follow along. So thank you so very much for doing Tai Chi with me. I hope you'll join me again.